A new Labo Toy-Con vehicle kit was announced. It'll be coming in September. Could this be the big game Nintendo had yet to reveal for this fall? Nope, we don't think so. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switchforce. Gabe is here, and Nintendo's upcoming plans are definitely shrouded in mystery. We think there's a direct coming. We'll get into those reasons why in a bit. We know that they have more, as stated by Kimishima at one of the recent investor calls, and now we have a first look at Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 3, the vehicle kit, where you have a car, plane, and submarine, allowing you to explore a mysterious world full of challenges, coming September 14th.
Yeah, that kit actually looks kind of cool. And I know we said that about the previous Labo stuff, and we, unfortunately found out that it's probably not for us. I know you had fun streaming it. I had fun building it and playing with my cat. But beyond that, it's not made for 28-year-old males that don't have children. And that's okay. Right. But this at least looks fun. Like the game portion of it, I'm still probably not going to get it. I think Labo and me have parted ways.
Yeah,
I'll be down to check it out, but yeah, beyond that, at least it seems like there's more game this time.
It does. It looks like there's some interesting elements. It's hard because they literally flash some of those challenges in the smallest frame shot. But we do see a race, we see a battle between the vehicles, we see customizing and painting the colors of the vehicle, we see what looks to be airplane time trials, we see a co-op mode where one person is firing a bazooka from the back of the car. I kind of like how it's one central vehicle, and then you can kind of shape shift it into the plane, into the submarine, and if there is a congruent world where you are able to kind of just convert it after you build all three little projects, that is pretty cool. I think my first blush concern when I saw this posted on Twitter was, oh gosh, is this what Kimishima was talking about? Is this Nintendo's, hey, we have more coming later this fall. Is this what they were referring to? But after I watched the trailer, after I saw the date, no, this definitely is a side market, I guess you might want to call it. And I'm surprised personally that it exists this soon. That it is coming September 14th. Reggie back at E3 said that Labo has absolutely met company sales expectations, which I find interesting. We have some numbers from Japan. As of July 2018, the Variety Kit, which includes the little car and the fishing rod and the motorcycle, that sold just over 200,000 units in Japan, which is decent for, I guess, an accessory / game package, but it's not lighting the world on fire in any real way. I
mean, that's more than I would have expected, honestly.
Yeah, and we don't have numbers for the States or for Europe or things like that, as far as I'm aware. But hey, Nintendo is pleased enough with it. They feel like it does sort of fill that unique market space that they've really liked to dabble in, things like Wii Fit, Brain Age. Those are the two that Reggie specifically called back to at E3. And I guess for the people that loved it, it's good to see it continue. And I think a vehicular-based pack is a super smart idea and really plays into the Lego / building aspect. If you're going to build something, vehicles are a pretty cool thing to build. I kind of wish the airplane was an airplane you sat in instead of just the stick. But hey, we'll save that for the giant bodycon projects later on.
Yeah, I mean, so now that we spoke about Labo a little bit, Zach, do you think this is it? What do you think is happening? There are rumors of a direct, maybe two directs happening in 1 month. So for anyone not familiar, leakers on Twitter, rumor mongers, I don't know what to call them, very great people. But by all accounts, there's talking about a Nindies presentation being the next push sometime in early-ish August. But on top of that, they are also now saying that there could also be another direct. So 2 directs in 1 month, if we want to count the Nindies as a direct, which I think it does. That's kind of insane, right?
Yeah, I think we knew that something was coming soon, especially after Kimishima said that, and especially just given the way that their E3 presser went, more information was inevitable. August would be a great time for it. I think the Nindies would be kind of interesting to lead with that. We always talk about there are a lot of indie games that we don't have dates for, so I think solidifying maybe the fall lineup for what's coming out. We know, obviously things like Hollow Knight are out. We know The Messenger is a summer title, so maybe getting some established and concrete dates for things like Wargroove would be good, and to kind of know if there are any other big indies hitting Switch for the fall season, maybe it's a good way to set that up. But I'm personally more intrigued by the big direct. We have Leaky Pandy, who is pretty well known in the community now, who's saying that, hey, it looks like Nintendo's next PR move is between August 1st and 9th, and then another one later in the month, and could kind of go either way. Nindies, then full-on direct, or vice versa. We also have a leaker slash rumor poster back from E3 who made some mention of Smash Ultimate information, also saying that there is another direct coming in August that will have more Smash information, including new modes. Now, it's obviously hard to verify any of this stuff until it actually happens, but it makes sense. It lines up, and I absolutely think we get at least one of the two in August.
So September is probably not going to be it this year, because last year they had a September direct, didn't they?
Yes. So, I don't know how these things exactly go in terms of, is it a plan ahead of time, or is it something that's forced by, say, like the stock drop after E3? And obviously they have Smash and they have Pokemon, they have Super Mario Party, so they're locked in for their big projects. But I think third party is something that can definitely be pimped out a bit more. We saw a rumor earlier today, which was a leaked photo of a Lego Harry Potter collection coming to Switch. Now, that's nothing to, jump out of the roof for, but it is indication that, hey, there probably are more third-party titles to be unveiled, and that would be a great time to do it. We know that they did that last year, and it only makes sense. We know that Panic Button is bringing Warframe, so a launch date and an updated, set of info for that. Maybe there's something beyond there. Hey, we can get a release date for Steep.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not the only. I mean, I get it, like Steep, haha. But like, what's up with Dark Souls? Like, I mean, there's a number of things that are kind of just like, what's happening? Clearly, there's a presentation going to happen, and I don't know how that could be debated, but yeah, I mean, you're right. Third party is something that they can always sort of go to, especially if they have quote partnerships and deals going on, like with Warframe you mentioned, like that coming to the Switch. I think is slightly underrated right now. Like, I think that's something that a lot of people are going to play. It being free to play on Nintendo Switch is going to be like really cool as well. I know I'm going to personally like dive into that. I think people are really sleeping on Warframe on Switch for some reason.
Just to give you a little throwback to last year and what we had timetable-wise, there was a Nindies presentation on August 30th, followed up by a full direct on September 13th. So you're looking at a 2-week gap, and we may see something very similar. If the dates that Leaky Pandy and a few others have been thrown out there do hold true, you'd have a Nindies presentation early August, and then possibly 2 weeks later, a Nintendo Direct. And that would line up with exactly the way they handled things last year. Now, we did get a post E3 Splatoon 2 Direct in July, but again, that's just more, I think, release calendar based than it was, some sort of strict game plan. So having another Nindies and then Direct to lead into the fall makes a lot of sense to me. There is precedent last year. We got to know these dates. And I still think that there is something else first party. I know that Labo is coming, and again, I really feel that Labo targets a completely, just a subsector, right? It's not really trying to appeal to everyone. And maybe a game like a New Super Mario Bros. Does, in fact, appeal to everyone and can double up in either October or November. I think that's absolutely something that we should keep our eye on and keep our ears open for.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, like the New Super Mario Brothers thing? That's another thing that gets talked about on the Twitter sphere about like these like rumors and what Nintendo has going on. That's the one that keeps being mentioned. It's something related to New Super Mario Brothers, whether it be a new game or a port, who knows? But like, it'll be kind of crazy to have, if that comes out this year, which that's what people think,
right? That
there's like a Mario game of some kind coming that we just don't know about yet this year.
Yeah, and if it's a collection that to me isn't all that exciting, if it's a new Super Mario Bros. It's not on the same level as Smash or Mario Odyssey, but I think that would be intriguing. And I think they're really then setting themselves up to be the, hey, we want to get in family homes. We want to get one for every kid. We're bringing you a new Pokemon that skews younger. We're bringing you a Smash Bros. That tries to appeal to everyone with all the characters. We're bringing you a new Super Mario Bros. Game. Hopefully we have some decent third parties that we don't know about. They can, lace the empty weeks with some solid indies, and you're setting up for a fantastic holiday season. Because if I go into a store and I see that I can buy this Nintendo Switch that already has Breath of the Wild, already has Mario Kart, already has Mario Odyssey, already has a plethora of fantastic, well-reviewed, and incredibly popular games, and now we're also getting brand new Mario, brand new Pokemon, brand new Smash, that is going to make the Switch, again, the mega hit of the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope it turns out that way.
And we need it, too. I think that Mario Tennis Aces has ran out of steam, unfortunately a little faster than maybe some people have expected. I know, Gabe, you're still really into Octopath Traveler, which is awesome, but what is on the horizon right now? And, we need Nintendo to fill us in. So if I had to put my money and my marbles on something, I'm going to go with... I'm going to get real specific here with you. I'm going to go with a Nintendo Nindies Direct on Thursday, August 2nd. Followed up by a straight-on Nintendo Direct 2 weeks later, either the 15th, 16th, or 17th.
Yeah, you're like super specific on that. I'm not even going to attempt that. But yeah, I mean, I'd be all for that.
So let us know what you think in the comments down below, everybody. Nindies, new Direct, we getting both of them. What do you think will be there? And hey, how do you feel about Labo Toy-Con 3? Is that going to loop you back in or interest you for the first time? It does look to have a little bit more gaminess to it than maybe the others, but still TBD. I would definitely reserve judgment until we see more, because right now it's just a few frames of gameplay, and we kind of held out hope that the robot would be more than it was, so we'll have to wait and see on that. In the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and these theoretical presentations that I'm sure will happen at some point. We just don't know when. And follow us on Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Until then, though, everybody, have a fantastic day. We love you. Switch Force, out.